Thanks, guys. It's a big week for 4-0 Iowa.
That's right, Danny. Conference play is in the air, and Iowa has a true test in front of them.
That's right. We start with Iowa and Wisconsin's head men, their quarterbacks.
In this case, we could assume it's sunshine versus sunshine, or how about ex-sunshines? Both of these quarterbacks have a powerful arm, with Wisconsin's Joel Stave at 830 passing yards on the year, with his longest at 45 yards, and Iowa's C.J. Beathard at 962 with 6 touchdowns, and his longest being 81 yards. The one thing Beathard has advantage over Stave is his ability to run. Beathard has a gain of 196 yards with 3 rushing touchdowns, and Stave only has a gain of 32 yards with 1 rushing touchdown. And last season against Iowa, he did a lot of this. But without Melvin Gordon, we could see more of a throwing game.
A strong passing game can help keep us balanced and can help kind of keep defenses on their toes, so we're not throwing in only situations where it's 3rd and 9, 3rd and 3.
They're kind of the same style offense as we are, and same type of players.
The quarterback battle isn't the talk that surrounds this game, though. It's how these two match up with Wisconsin's head-hunting defense and Iowa's versatile offense.
Let's break down these two, specifically in the red zone.
Let's start with Iowa's red zone offense. They lead the Big Ten in this category, and they have been notorious for driving into the end zone on every chance they get. With 16 chances, out of those 16 times, they've scored 15, marking them at a 93.8 percentage-wise. Iowa's offense lines up very nicely with C.J. Beathard in the pocket, of course. Jordan Canzieri is usually the guy you can see punching in these red zone touchdowns, but don't cancel out the short pass game from the red zone to the end zone.
We've spent a lot of time on it in terms of scheme, but more importantly in practice. But you never know when that's going to show up, or if it's going to show up, or if it'll continue to show up.
As for Wisconsin's red zone defense, they lead the Big Ten in this opposite game against Iowa, giving the Hawks a matchup when they get down the field. They are the only team in the nation to have not allowed a touchdown over the last 3 weeks. In the red zone, they have weapons all over, from their inside and outside linebackers to their safeties. Statistically, you only have a 60% chance to score on the red zone defense and a 40% chance for a touchdown.
I don't know about you, Danny, but I'm thinking that this game could honestly go down to the very end.
Yeah, I agree. It's all about who can keep up, and both teams definitely have their hands full.
For more on a specific group of Wisconsin's defense, we will send it over to Laura Belanda and Ian Murphy. Guys, who does Iowa need to look out for?
Danny and Taylor, there are 2 guys on Wisconsin's defensive side that could pose a threat to the Iowa offense.
In this week's edition of By the Numbers, we focus in on what to expect from this scary duo.
Wisconsin's dominant offense of Melvin Gordon seemed to overshadow their defense in 2014, but this season the spotlight has been shed on outside linebackers Joe Schobert and Vince Beagle. Schobert, 6'2", 236 pounds, has recorded 93 tackles, 16 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks in his career. And alongside Schobert is Vince Beagle. He's recorded 81 tackles, 19.5 tackles for loss, and 9.5 sacks in his career. Iowa's offensive line has only allowed 5 sacks so far this season and 17 tackles for loss for only 84 yards. And putting pressure on those linebackers is Iowa's rushing offense, which consists of Jordan Canzieri, C.J. Beathard, and LaShawn Daniels Jr., who have a combined 684 rushing yards. If this Iowa offensive line can hold off the Badgers' defense like they have been so far this season, Iowa shouldn't have a problem.
But that's not the only threat in Wisconsin's backfield. Fifth-year senior Michael Caputo was named to 4 preseason watch lists and has definitely lived up to those expectations.
He's had 7 solo tackles and 7 assisted tackles on the season so far. Caputo was sidelined after a huge hit in the Alabama game, and he was even in the wrong huddle after that hit.
Even though Caputo has already returned from that injury, there's another key player in Wisconsin's offense you won't see.
Running back Corey Clement suffered a sport hernia and is currently in Germany for surgery. Clement followed Melvin Gordon last season and was expected to take his place in the lineup this year.
While this could be seen as a positive for Iowa, but freshman Iowan had the game of his life against Hawaii in Week 4, where he posted a career-high 147 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns.
Iowa's defense is definitely going to have their hands full with this 6'2", 237-pound running back. Danny and Taylor, that's all from us. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Laura and Ian, for that. This is about to be a fun one at Camp Randall for the Heartland Trophy.
That is for sure. We will have what goes down in Madison on our Sunday edition of 5th Quarter Football. But until then, we will see you on game day.